The engines on the island of Sodor are good at different things. Gordon is a very good express. Percy is good at carrying the mail. And when Edward is not hauling freight cars, he is very good at being a back engine. When engines have heavy loads, Edward buffers up and helps push. But Edward is old. Some engines think this makes him unreliable. Gordon sniffed. Percy said Thomas, said Gordon, and the other big engines agreed with him. Percy was very upset. Later, his driver asked him why he looked so glum. Percy told him about Edward. He said, Percy's driver saw Sir Topham Hatt and told him what Percy had said. Sir Topham Hatt had a plan, he said to Edward. He asked. Sir Topham Hatt replied. When the other engines heard Duck was going to help them, they were pleased, said Henry, said Gordon pompously, and he wheezed away. Edward enjoyed working with Stepney. It was great fun delivering passengers to stations and through the beautiful countryside. But Duck was not happy. The freight cars were playing their silly games. They giggled. Duck found himself going slower and slower and slower. Halfway up Gordon's Hill, his wheels stopped altogether. Duck was stuck, said his driver. Duck's guard phoned the signalman to warn him, said the signalman. Gordon saw the guard, he said crossly, and he buffered up to Duck. Gordon tried to set off again, but his wheels spun and spun, said his driver. Gordon was cross. Edward was excited. He was going to be the back engine for 2 trains. Edward cheerfully buffered up and the strange train set off. They chuffed gently into the station, laughed the boy. Gordon was embarrassed. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Gordon. Sir Topham Hatt said. Gordon felt very ashamed. The next morning, Gordon apologized. Puff Gordon. Edward chuffed happily. Sir Topham Hatt's plan had worked. There was no more talk about Edward retiring.